This morning routine went viral for being so extreme that no one could keep up.
Did I continue doing this routine? Of course I didn't. It's a ridiculous routine.
But while 4 a.m. push-ups and 6:30 a.m. saunas might not be for everyone, what is actually realistic, and should you actually have a morning routine at all? Hello Internet, welcome to Style Theory, the show that is mourning its loss of sleep. The internet has become obsessed with optimizing their 5 to 9 before the 9 to 5.
The world is busy, and everyone is trying to get as much done in a day as they can before all their time is taken away by school, work, or a mix of both. And people are getting up before the sun to try and fit in their workouts, relaxation, and skincare well before they have to officially clock in for the day.
And the two busiest generations in the world right now, Millennials and Gen Z. But who has cracked the formula to mastering the morning routine? I've scoured YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and watched hours upon hours of videos in order to put together the perfect morning routines for each generation. We are going to be putting them both to the test to find out what works, what hurts, and what you should actually add to your morning routine.
Yes, we are starting at 5 a.m.
It's still dark outside.
Or at least our millennials are. Gen Z is still asleep.
Now there is a reason for this, and that reason is peace and quiet.
Multiple studies have found that waking up at 5 a.m. can help you get a start to your day with a calm mindset, partially due to most of the world still being asleep.
But only if it lines up with your circadian rhythm, or your inner clock. This is the natural rhythm of your body that tells you when you want to wake up and go to sleep. And it's what separates the early birds from the night owl. Though that rhythm can change over time, whether by your body naturally changing or by outside factors like, say, having to get up early for school. Just be aware that the adjustment period isn't usually fun. The other reason to get up that early? Productivity. Millennials are out here trying to fit all of that in before Gen Z even starts their day. By 5:10 a.m., millennials are already reaching for their pre-workout so that they can prepare for their, well, workout.
For this, I use my trusty Gamer Subs powder. Code StyleQueen for 10% off if you need a boost.
I certainly did, because by 5:30 a.m., I had to be ready to sweat.
For millennials, their morning workout is usually a solo adventure at home or at the gym, typically involving running, a HIIT workout, or Pilates.
So on a normal day, today would be my cardio day. So we're gonna set up the desk bike and do that, even though it's still dark outside.
Morning workouts come with more than just bragging rights. It comes backed by science. Studies show that early morning workouts help your body produce endorphins and cortisol, which help to reduce your overall stress and make you more alert, respectively.
At least if you can actually focus and let the workout do its work.
See, the problem is, at this time of day, I don't want exercise. I don't want to be doing this. I want coffee. Even if it's like a placebo thing, I like being chill in the morning, and this is a lot.
But if you, like me, have trouble tuning out the world or just your inner thoughts, I have a perfect, easy solution. Headphones!
Whether you're listening to music, a podcast, or an audiobook, shutting out the outside world can help you look inward.
My current favorite are these essential open earbuds from Raycon. And lucky for us, Raycon is partnering with us for this episode to bring you a huge discount.
Raycon brings you premium audio quality in line with all the big name brands. You know, the ones that want to charge you a month's worth of groceries just to listen to your favorite playlist? In 2025? No thank you. Instead, Raycon is giving you that premium experience for half the price, even before the discount. I love popping in the essential open earbuds anytime I need a bit of a recharge or when I'm going for a workout, because unlike most earbuds, they sit just outside your ear canal to help you stay tuned in to your surroundings.
We love safety on this channel.
And you still get the same high quality audio experience as in-ear options. Plus, the hook design means that they stay put and stay comfy no matter how active you're getting. And with their 30-day happiness guarantee, you will have plenty of time to test them out yourself. So join Raycon's over 3 million happy customers in taking advantage of their amazing Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, where you could save up to 30% on Raycon's audio products. All you need to do is go to buyraycon.com/styletheoryopen or click the link in the description to get yours before they're gone. That's buyraycon.com/styletheoryopen to save 30% on your order.
What as Millennial Amy was finishing up her workouts, Gen Z Amy was just waking up. Now, Gen Z is anything but consistent when it comes to what time they're waking up. They like to follow that circadian rhythm that we were just talking about.
My body just wakes me up. My body knows what time it is and what time I should get up.
I'm gonna try to wake up by 7:30. If I'm really hurting, maybe 8 a.m.
As a reluctant morning person, blame theorists. I typically wake up around 6:30 a.m. every day. So, like a true Gen Z, I let nature do its work. But where millennials wanted to jumpstart their heart with a workout, Gen Z wants to take things a little bit slower.
Gen Z grew up during the quarantine and work from home era, meaning they're used to having more flexibility in their morning routines and more choice for when they get to start their day.
And they like their me time, which same.
Like millennials,
And hopefully every generation,
Gen Z starts with brushing their teeth and then follows it with washing their face. There were no specific brands used across the videos that I watched, so I just used my everyday cleanser and moisturizer.
the products are gentle on your skin and environmentally friendly, which just so happens to align with Gen Z's eco-conscious mindset. Some also use ice rollers or ice patches because that shock of cold can help to reduce puffiness, help your circulation, and create a cortisol boost to make you more alert. But if you, like me, don't have either of those, then basic cold water can work just as well. But while Gen Z finishes washing their face, millennials are preparing for their own cleansing routine.
Millennials aren't out here with the 12-step shower and skincare routine, but where they lack quantity, they aim for specific ingredients in each item that they do use. Hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, and niacinamide all place highly in millennial routines. They're all ingredients that claim to help with your overall skin texture, dullness, and of course, keeping it youthfully soft.
As a generation that is now in its late 30s and early 40s, finding anti-aging products has become more and more of a priority.
Even the king of extreme morning routines, Ashton Hall, subscribes to the idea that skincare is self-care.
Oh, his methods were a little less straightforward. I mean, some people do believe that rubbing banana peels on your face can help reduce signs of aging, puffiness, and just be overall very moisturizing, but your mileage may vary. Yeah, we haven't even hit 7 a.m. yet because Gen Z has things to do. Where millennials seem in a rush to get everything done, Gen Z likes to take their time and leave no mess behind.
I cannot leave my room until my bed is made.
Can't relate. But for today, I will.
Almost all Gen Z routines I found included making the bed as a key part of their morning routine. And if it wasn't making the bed, well, there was at least one kind of cleaning chore of some kind involved.
Cleaning up your space has had a proven effect on mental health.
Where mess can induce anxiety and stress, cleaning can help to reduce both. You also get the bonus boost of dopamine, aka the feel-good hormone that comes with completing a task or checking something off your to-do list.
Gen Z is all about feeling happy and centered, which is why the next thing on their list is some form of meditation. Like most things with Gen Z, there's no real rules for this section. It's all about catering to what works for you and your preferences. Some people use grounding, some pray, some journal. All it needs to be is a quiet moment that can help calm and declutter your mind, which can help with your overall focus for that day.
Personally, I prefer guidance cards. The methodic shuffling is calming, and you can sync your breathing to the rhythm of the shuffle. I got the Go with the Flow card, which is very in line with letting millennials and Gen Z control my mornings.
Having already exercised, cleansed, and dressed for the day, millennials are hungry, gosh darn it!
We need to make breakfast savory.
A savory breakfast can help to maintain your blood sugar levels. Too much sugar early in the day, like having a lot of fruit or sugary cereals, can cause your blood sugar to spike. This can then lead to a sugar crash later in the day, making you sluggish and more likely to reach for unhealthy snacks.
Which aligns with the trends that we've seen throughout the entirety of the millennial routine. They want to be super alert and super focused all day long.
From the morning routines that I looked at, most included things like omelets or scrambled eggs, bacon or smoked salmon, and sometimes avocado toast.
Which, so millennial. There's just one small, tiny, itty-bitty problem with most of those options.
Hi, I'm a vegetarian. We're gonna make food. and see what we can whip up with my ingredients to be protein packed. This is a natural peanut butter, which means it's very low sugar. It's the closest I can get with also getting protein. And then this is a vegan bacon with protein-rich grains. So we're gonna add that. I'm gonna pop this in the toaster oven for like 5 minutes, and then we'll have breakfast.
It turned out fine. Very girl dinner, but for breakfast. However, it did hit all of our needs for our millennial morning routine. The only thing missing?
Coffee. But we do have a while to go before our millennial side will reach that point. However, over on our Gen Z path, it is coffee time, baby. Yes! Gen Z may just be our most energy-addicted generation. Not only are they reaching for coffee first thing in the morning, they are also preparing for their workouts with a pre-workout boost.
So I once again reached for my trusty gamer subs. What can I say? When it works, it works. But before I could head out the door, I had to grab one more piece of fuel. Gen Z like to eat a high-sugar snack before a workout, like a granola bar, a banana, or some kind of date and almond butter. These provide quick, fast-digesting energy for them to burn.
What did I say? Energy, energy, energy.
All right, we're ready. Let's go.
That's right, we are taking this Gen Z train on the road. But as Gen Z Amy heads out to a class that, spoiler alert, she will never forget, Millennial Amy is ready to put her face on. Millennials aren't reaching for specific brands of makeup. They are following the KISS method. Keep it simple, sweetie. They are sticking to the basics. Foundation, lipstick, maybe a little eyeliner if you're feeling fancy, but it's all in service of getting that perfect, natural looking, no makeup look.
Over the past few years, millennials have shifted towards a more natural, minimalistic style.
And this look does one other very important thing. It saves time. And speaking of time, I think it's time for our Gen Z class to start. Now, Gen Z's workout goals are a little different than what we saw with our millennials.
Rather than going for a solo run or doing a HIIT workout at home, Gen Z is using their workout time to socialize by taking classes.
There's a few reasons for this. One is the interaction.
As a generation that went through lockdown at a key moment of their social development, it's become more and more important for them to seek out that social connection in other places.
And two, it gives motivation, not just by having people there to encourage them to complete the workout, but by giving them accountability.
You're holding yourself accountable, you're paying for the class.
If I pay for a workout class, I'm not gonna just back out and be like, oh, I'm too lazy, I don't wanna do it. There's something about paying for it that just makes me more motivated to go.
Oh, and there is one other factor that plays a role in Gen Z's choice of classes, and that is social media. As one of the most online generations right now, Gen Z turns to things like Instagram and TikTok to find cool classes for them to take, and classes that would make great content for their own social media. Beautiful spaces and unique experiences all top the lists, which is why we are going somewhere very exciting. Goat yoga.
Goat yoga is exactly what it sounds like. This specific class was put on at the Gamble House, which served as Doc Brown's house in Back to the Future. I mean, talk about Instagram worthy. The class was put on by an organization called Hello Critters, and the money goes to the care and keeping of the goats, who, I just want to be clear, are having a great time. They get treats and pets, as well as have free reign to climb on you, go under you, and, as the instructors call it, leave you blessings. It may not be the most efficient yoga class I've ever attended, but it is definitely the most memorable.
That was really fun. Without this challenge, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I definitely felt a sense of community with the people who were there to just have fun, do yoga, and play with goats. I think this was a huge win. I don't know if it would be something I would do every single day as a normal morning routine, but doing events like this definitely make my day better. My mood is so lifted from where I started this morning. Thanks, Gen Z.
While Gen Z is finishing up their workout, millennials are finally having coffee.
Despite getting up at 5 a.m., millennials are trying to get their focus fix everywhere but caffeine. Instead, we've seen them turn to protein and workouts to wake them up. However, some studies have linked drinking small amounts of coffee to helping ward off certain health problems. Though it's important to note that none of it is 100% proven.
But it does give millennials a potentially proactive reason to indulge in that one little cup.
Yet, while millennials are ready to get started with their workday, Gen Z is still catching up.
It's time for Gen Z to go wash off that sweaty goat smell from their workout class. And they go all out.
Gen Z is a maximalist generation. They want to pack as much as they possibly can into their time. And the reason, once again, comes down to social media. Gen Z grew up watching skincare and morning routine influencers like, say, Ashton Hall show them all the items they just have to have in order to have good skin.
All right, so for our skincare, we have to have as many steps as possible. So we are throwing out everything I have.
I pulled out every skincare product I had to meet the Gen Z standard.
Serums, creams, toners, lotions, sunscreens. It was all going on my face.
They call it prejuvenation. It's a process that focuses on preventing signs of aging before they happen, with the hope that they won't need anti-aging products in the future.
You know, like millennials have to. It's always a competition. Get ready to put even more on your face, Gen Z, because after all of that skincare, we're now going to do our makeup before we can have some breakfast.
Like millennials, the goal is typically natural-looking makeup, using as few products as possible.
Yes, unlike most of their routine, this is where they tend to scale back and do as the millennials do. Keep it simple, sweetie.
Mwah. This is followed by getting dressed for the day in something cute but comfortable. Then it's time to refuel. Rather than focusing on savory protein like the millennials, Gen Z is less concerned with having a sugar-filled breakfast, whether it's natural like fruit with yogurt or additive like in most cereals.
Yeah, Gen Z doesn't seem as worried about the potential sugar crash. And they may even add in one more cup of coffee. Say it with me, everybody. Energy, energy, energy.
Breakfast. We have coffee as requested, and we have cereal. Yes, I eat my cereal dry. What are you gonna do about it?
Start work. Duh. But as our morning routines come to an end, how did they do?
Millennials care about efficiency and focus. Everything they do is optimized to make them awake as fast as possible while taking as little time as possible.
And that makes a lot of sense. Millennials are in their career and parent era. So carving out a little me time means being quick.
And waking up really, really early, way before the world can catch up to you. Gen Z, on the other hand, is taking advantage of the time that they do have.
It is very maximalist. We are maximizing the products we're using. We're maximizing the places we're going. Like, we're going places in the morning, and we're maximizing the amount of coffee we have. We're maximizing the amount of energy we're taking in. The only thing we're not maximizing is our actual time.
But that seems to be the point. It's less about efficiency and more about value. How valuable is the experience that you're having, the work that you're doing, or the products that you're using?
And I understand the wants for doing it, but this is a routine I can only do on like a weekend because there's so much.
Listen, there is no doubt that morning routines are the best way to help you fit more into a day. However, how much you actually need to fit into your mornings, it comes down to your needs, your schedule, and what you want to accomplish.
But hey, that's just a theory. A style theory. Keep looking sharp. Next time on Style Theory.
What is the Gen Z stare?